Hello and welcome back to the Dr. D Oracle channel. This is going to be part 2 of root working. I thank you for stopping by to watch this video, and if you like the content of my channel or this video, please click the like and subscribe button so that you can be notified whenever I upload new videos to my channel. I was going back and forth because I wanted to talk about reincarnation and I wanted to talk about dreams, but I want to keep this thing going with the root working. So today I'm going to talk about who the fuck are the spirits of the roots. Who the hell are they? Does anybody know them? Has anybody met them? Do we know what they look like? Well, we don't, because spirits don't have a manifestation. It's raw, animated energy. So when you ask who are the spirits of the roots, that is the raw energy that animates a particular herb, a particular flower, a particular weed, a particular fruit. These root spirits, so just think about if you're outside in your garden and you pick up a plant. On the other side, where you can't see the plant, so that's kind of like a crossroad, right? On the other side where you can't see the plant, there's all these little stringy things. So on one side, the little stringy things manifest as leaves, as flowers, as herbs, but on the other side, it's just roots, little stringy things. On the other side, though, that is the raw, authentic energy of the plant or the herb itself. The root is. And so just like a plant or an herb has a root spirit, we do too. We have a soul, which is our thinking component. But then we also have a spirit. And so that spirit is our raw energy. And that was the reason I was going to talk about reincarnation, because that raw energy takes on different souls to reincarnate. And the reason why that's so interesting to me is because I'm a medium. And so one of the first questions that I had to ask was, what if someone has reincarnated already, but someone wants me to connect with them on the other side? Would they still be able to connect? Would they still be able to talk to me? Would they still be able to deliver a message? And so what I found was that everyone has a root. The root of everyone is one great spirit. Some people call it source, because that's like the source of our energy and the source of the root's energy and the source of the sun's energy. So people call it source. I like to call it, like tapping into it, I like to call that spiritual Wi-Fi. So even if I reach out on the other side to do a mediumship and someone has already reincarnated, I can still connect with their spirit. They have a different soul, but the spirit is what is recording everything that happens lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. And so with the crossroads spirits, I consider those spirits kind of like the base component of the planet Earth. There's this big thing about demons. What are demons? Demons. But demons are part of the internal system of the earth, the part of that spirit. And there are other spirits as well that are part of the internal component of the earth. Those are the spirits that we call on in hoodoo, root work, or any kind of really magical working where we're taking different flowers, different herbs, we're taking different pieces of nature to get a reflection back from the universe. The character or the personality of the plant helps us to communicate with the universe. This is what we're trying to manifest. And our intention directs that manifestation. It's just like a root or a flower. That's something that has an instinct, okay? So it's already programmed to grow a certain way. That's what's in the seed. Consider the seed to be like a computer program. And then once you pop it, in and load it up with Windows 17 or whatever, now you can run your program, okay? So how do we distinguish between an herb or a root that we're eating versus one that we're using for magic? How do we signal that consciousness? So now the consciousness knows that it's no longer food, but now it's fuel in magic. There are intricate magical workings or directions that we do to signal this consciousness that this is not going to be something that I'm putting together for dinner. This is something that I'm putting together for magical manifestation. So on the other side, those root spirits, they all have a particular character that speaks for the plant itself. I kind of like to compare roots and flowers to people, because when I think of certain people, sometimes I think of what root or what flower that they would be, based on their character traits, based on their personality. And so that's how we would work it in magic. If you want something, that's really strong and has the power, to return some type of negative energy, then you would deal with a root spirit that holds that character or that personality, okay? Or the part of the plant that holds that character. So if you're using roses for love, you would then use rose stems with thorns in it to destroy love, because that is the character of the particular thorn, okay? It's harmful. It's hurt. It hurts. It can prick you. It can make you bleed out, okay? And so when we're dealing with the universe, we are communicating by nature, okay? And so whatever personality or character that particular thing holds in nature, then we're saying to the universe, hey, mirror this back to me. So I like to call it mirrors, because on one side of the mirror, there's all these roots, and on the other side, there's this beautiful manifestation that you can look at. It's so pretty. You can eat it. It tastes so good. You can smell it. It smells so good. And it really, it gets your senses going, okay? It stimulates your senses. And so the same thing is happening when we're asking the universe to help us use what's on the other side of that plant, that mirror, so we can get that particular type of energy mirrored back to us, or whoever our magic is directed at, like our target, okay? And that is pretty much how and what a crossroads spirit is. It's going to take on a specific character in your magic, in your work. So when you're picking out what roots and herbs to use, you really want to put that intent in based on the type of energy that you're trying to create. So if you want love, you don't want to put the stem in it with the thorns. That's actually going to add some type of energy to it that will be hurtful, not protective, okay? Although thorns could technically be used as a protective measure based on the intent that you put in. So when I worked my first root, my intent was really, really strong. I chose the Adam and Eve root for love. And then I turned around and I chose the, it was like 3 specific love herbs. I made a love and communication oil. To top all that off, it took me 9 days to complete the ritual, and I found this beautiful place called Love Circle Park. I drew about 3 different sigils on the ground when I did it, okay? The power of my ancestors. And then I drew the power of the earth, the air, the water, and the fire, okay? I drew that symbol on the ground. And then I drew another symbol on the ground for love, okay? And I went out there and I did my work, and I read these psalms out there, and I saw the actual spirits of the roots coming up from the ground. And I was like, holy shit, like, what is this, you know? But then I was like, it's the power, you know, this is what your power, this is what you did, you know, this is what you wanted. And so when you really have that strong intent and you put all your work and all your might and all your power into your magic, you're going to get a very powerful response. And during the time, let's see, I think I did that spell, and it did take about, I think it took about a year to manifest. Like the whole thing, like everything. And when it manifested, it really brought things into proper perspective, okay? Some people like to use root work to try to dominate, control, or using it for selfish reasons. But the main goal of using the roots, the magic, it's for healing. If there's a cross condition, which, you know, basically translates over to, you know, different personal problems that we have, the spirit of the roots will help you clean that up and put your life where it needs to be based on your intention. So I hope you like this video. Once again, thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you like the content. And the next video, part 3, is going to be about using the spirits or working with the spirits of the roots and how they come through in dreams. Thank you so much. Bye and have a good day.